Coming up is full of history. Blake
Okay.
versus Base. This is a classic.
Tell me about the history.
This is
Tell me
one-
about the history, Steve.
This is the real demon for Blake for such a
really?
long
Okay,
time. Yeah,
okay.
Base was a huge demon, but if there's any time to defeat your demons, it's Killer Instinct Cup. This is the time where it's like, look, I'm gonna just hand this man a beating, move on in the bracket, make myself some top 8 loser side. That's what he wants here.
Yeah, and especially given the fact that, we've had so many upsets here. It's not only just the time, but it almost feels like that's kind of in the cards.
It's the astral
at this point.
projection.
Yeah,
It's in the horoscope.
exactly. The
Yeah.
Killer Instinct horoscope.
Base saw it this morning. You're gonna go to losers first round. Boom. Gonna lose to the guy who's your has you as your demon. Boom. It's there. It's written in the stories. It would be. It would make a lot of sense. But Base versus Blake. This is a classic.
Okay.
These guys have played in tournament a bunch of times. They played matches in certain, facilities for currency of some sort. They've and it's all pretty much
Two-man
been
tournaments.
base. Yeah, two-man tournaments. Two-man tournaments. Yeah, it's all been base. It's been him the whole time.
It's all about that base.
It sure is. It sure is, James. Blake looking as focused as ever, always into it. Base has made probably one of the craziest runs and losers so far. If he wins here, he should be in top 8 losers after losing the first round of the tournament.
It's like I told you, it's the John Choi route at this point. If he can make it all the way through. And the interesting thing about it is if people aren't familiar with double elimination brackets, if you make it to grand finals through winners bracket, you play half the matches as when you get sent to losers first round and then go all the way to grand finals.
You get a lot more game time that way. Just go to losers and you'll get to play a bunch of fighting games.
Exactly. Never mind that everybody down there was a killer and, Base is stressing out. And,
Yeah, and all these matches have been super close anyway.
and
But
mental fatigue and all that stuff. But
yeah, it's tiring for sure. And got to play a billion times in a row. You don't get to relax at all. But that's the thing, right? Is that it's the Filipino man at SCR special. You go down into losers, and then you're like, all right, it's time to get serious. I gotta start playing my A game. And if you can make it as far as you want. And Base is a really talented player, so this is just the hurdle he needs to pass to get into top 8. And I think once he's there, he'll be really playing like himself. But he's got to get past Blake, and Blake is a dangerous opponent, really strong Jago player.
All right, here we go. Spinal, Jago, Blake versus Base. Let's go.
This is the classic match.
Taking it to the Tiger's lair.
Of course. Blake has to play on home field advantage. It's the way things go. It's part of being... Oh, man, that was a great confirm. Unfortunately for Base, didn't get much out of it. And, man, a big risk right away from Blake. He's really playing with his heart on the line. You can already tell he's done the uppercuts. He's had all the quick break chances here. And
Oh, again, another uppercut. He just wants to show that he's not afraid to keep doing this. Oh, great blocks.
Yeah, he got hit by that low, but immediately blocked the overhead. It was good recognition there.
Great uppercut, too. That was an awkward timing for an uppercut. He still got it out, but it just didn't matter because Base just came in there and stole his instinct and took all of his life.
The whiff punish there. Did you see that low medium kick whiff? And he whiff punish was such a slow normal, too.
I like the idea of that shadow counter. A lot of Spinals just go right in there. Once that first skull hits, they go with another button.
That's for sure, yeah.
But Base called it out and was able just to block. Okay, here we go.
Confirmed from Blake. And the heavy manual at the end. He's not going to spend the instinct just yet.
It's the overhead again.
Okay. There's that low medium punch run cancel and a back throw, which means the setup here is going to be devious. Another one. And he goes low. Good blocks from Blake, though, in both of those situations.
Blake's defense has been on point on those mix-ups. Oh, no,
and he took a big
but then
risk
he just
again.
went for that uppercut again.
Overhead there. He's going to get a bunch of life back here.
Okay, he needed this. He really needed this. Now he's in a position where I feel like he can actually tie this up.
Back throw. Time to guess. And the overhead, the run cancel there. And Blake is looking like he's in trouble.
Hurting.
Oh, that mix-up was ridiculous. Run up, teleport to the other side, get the confirmed base with 1 point on the board. Blake still looking like he's concentrating. Man, that is the classic. That face there from Blake, it is so serious. And then he's so serious that when his coach wanted to give him advice, his coach moved the headset.
Yeah, I know.
He's so concentrated on the match that he can't even do it himself.
It's
Somebody
one of those
else has to do it.
situations. It's what you know what it is. It's those players that have the really high like eye bones, so their eyes get all dark when they're looking down. That's what makes them always look so serious.
It looks so dangerous.
It puts that shadow over their eyes that you always see like in comic books and stuff.
Yeah, Blake is taking some time to think here.
He just wants to figure out how to defeat his demon. See what I mean? See the shadow over the eyes like that? That's what does it. Man, that is an intense look. If someone saw me and stared at me like that on the streets, I would turn around and walk away. I would just go the other direction.
I'd be out of there. Yeah, you would never see me again.
Right.
Lots of pressure there. It's a pretty good start from Blake. Got some damage, but man, Base's footsies with that big fierce have been amazing so far. It's gonna be Shadow, and he's got a slight lead here. Only has one skull to use, and he does use it on that run cancel, but now he has corner for himself. And no crazy uppercut this time from Blake. And a lockout. He's gonna get big damage here. Doesn't spend the Shadow, holds on to it.
Oh, what? That was so great, footsie. You saw the low jab and then just walked tiny bit backwards. He stood up, caught him with the low forward fireball, and just like that, that's how the skeleton crumbles. But he comes back together.
It's gonna be all Blake for that first part. Doesn't even have instinct yet. There it is, breaks the roundhouse. Oh, and he went for that shadow counter.
Again. I don't. Maybe that was an accident, or unless that was just a really hard read.
I think that's probably what it was.
And unfortunately, thanks to that, look at this. He's still losing instinct.
Unfortunately, Base dropped that combo there, which means that he doesn't get to get more skulls out of it. He could have. Teleport mix up in the front. Of course, he wants to keep corner positioning. That's what that's all about. Set up again. Blake still has to eat the skull. Even if you late rise there, that mix up still prevalent. Okay, there's the backdash from Blake, and he interrupts with that overhead. Man, Base is a sniper with that standing fierce.
No, and despite having such a great start, Blake now.
Oh, and he breaks the light. Good recognition there.
Okay, and he's
so
gonna be able
much
to
life.
activate. Yeah, that was perfect. Being able to instinct off the combo breaker.
Oh, and he could have anti-air down fierce there. Okay, confirms. And a breaker on the ghostly triple. Can he do it? Okay. That was a really clutch block on that overhead. Oh, D, get the confirm.
Okay, slide in there, and he's going to be able to get some damage. Is he going to be
do
able
the
to
shadow
cash it out? Yeah, that's it.
That's enough, and Base is up 2-0 over Blake.
And Blake with a great start in that second game. He had started with such an advantage, and then Base taking it anyway, and you got to imagine, if Base indeed is truly his demon at this point in time, you just have to feel like Blake is just wondering, what am I supposed to do against
Down
this guy?
2-0, yeah. It's tough. It's a tough spot to be in.
Especially, like I said, since that second game started so well for him.
Yeah. The crowd cheering Blake on.
Yeah.
Telling him he can do it.
You can do it.
Trying to give him some support. The man needs your love. He is fighting out here against Base. It's a tough opponent to fight in the first place, but like, look. The history there is tough for Blake. He's really got to try to piece it together here. Goes back to character select. A good way to clear his mind and just think about things.
Does Blake have any secondary characters?
This man is Jago.
Okay.
That is who he
loyalties.
plays.
Character loyalist. Wow, that look on his face now has gone from just evil stare down to more of a kind of back against the wall desperation. This is definitely not the person he wanted to run into on this side of the bracket.
Yeah, probably the worst person that he would have had to go against. He's really thinking about it here.
It's like he's contemplating life right now.
That's what this means to him. He's got to make a 3-0 sweep on Base here.
Do you know if he's ever beat Base in a tournament?
I think recently at KIT or something they played maybe, but I think Base played Cinder or something like that. I don't recollect. I know that historically it's been tough. So here we go, potentially the last match in this set here. Base has got to try to take it 3-0 over Gamer Blake, playing Jago, and now he's on the Shadow Layer. Maybe that's the buff he needed here. could be enough. Oh, and no anti-air from base. I was expecting that down fierce and a big risk on that uppercut.
Yeah,
Man,
Blake has gone for a couple of those already.
He is playing with his heart. This man is feeling it.
Yeah, unfortunately, his opponent has no heart. He's just a skeleton.
He's a soulless man who steals your resources and doesn't care about you. Big jump in roundhouse there, and there's the throw you saw Blake. Yeah. He did down fierce there. Oh, wake up forward roundhouse.
Yeah, I know. Wonder what that read was. Maybe he was expecting a backdash or something, but man, Blake was just demolished that first round, and here we go.
Gonna have power devour here if he wants it. Instead, teleport to the other side, and base is making all the things look just perfect for him. It looks like it's really all about him. An excellent shadow counter there. Oh, and that's opener ender. I think he wanted shadow fireball instead of regular. Spends his only meter there. He's got to try to get some damage here. He's not going to have instinct anymore, so no more health.
But not surprised. Base did not go for any breakers at all. Said, you know what, I already have such a life lead. I'm just going to take this damage and move on.
Yeah, and that low medium kick hit there. Good tech this time from Blake. He's been getting thrown a lot. That run cancel there. He's going to get the confirm. He can cash it out. Instead, doesn't. Goes for the instinct there. Oh, and a good block from him in the first place. The clutch breaker. Gets the throw. No uppercut this time.
Oh, from the front. Oh, but he didn't believe. He did not believe that was going to hit, but he gets the throw.
You see base blocking the whole time there. He's so scared of the uppercut from Blake.
Oh, but then that was it. That the jab into the low jab.
Blake loses to base. Base moves on to top 8 losers. Good stuff to him. What a crazy, crazy run to him. But give it up for Gamer Blake. Such an excellent performance here at Killer Instinct Cup.
Yeah, that was definitely the look of a man crushed, defeated. Just doesn't know what to do at this point. You can tell he's just like, I don't know how I'm supposed to win this fight.
It's tough, man. Yeah. Next match for top 8, we're going to have Nikki Vengeance versus Cupcake. Such a strong, strong opponent.
Can't help but feel for him. And even Base. Look at him. Look at Base. Base. Oh, you can barely look at him.
It's tough, man.
Barely look him in the eyes.
You got to give Base credit. That was strong play.